What's up, guys? Mike here with second form strength. You guys ever just look at the ground and see how high up I am? Pretty high up. Now, I would never jump and end my life. I would never do that. But I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I don't have moments of thinking of that, right? Now, I think that, and instantly the pussy part of me, or maybe not the pussy part, I shouldn't say that, but there's a part inside me that says, no, well, obviously I'm not going to do that because game over, right? If I do that, that's it. There's no chance to make anything happen for myself or anyone else. That's the end of my experiences. That's just the end. But sorry, I'll turn the light on here. But I don't think that's smart or wise. But I won't lie, guys, like, lately I've been feeling like, what's the point? Because I have family and friends that care about me and love me. I have my mum that's tried to commit suicide a bunch of times in the past too. I've had my brother who's now no longer with us. And it just wouldn't be smart to do anything like that, right? And I know you have videos on here about, I won't say the word, why do I care anyway? It's not like I'm going to get monetized, or most people are going to fucking see this video. But yeah, we all have those moments, right? The really dark nights of despair, where you literally just sit and think. And for me, I've used marijuana for a long time in my life. I've had periods where I've been sober off it too, but used it to kind of not feel that loneliness and hollowness that life can often present to you when you're in the depths of human emotion. So for a long, long time, I would kind of neg that thought out. But today I didn't have any marijuana, so the thoughts came a bit more frequent in my head, and I often wondered, like, a lot of people in my family smoked and do still smoke. My mom was the only one who didn't, but she's also one of the only ones who's had issues with depression and suicide for her life. So I've always wondered, was the weed the only thing keeping me from not killing myself? Now, I don't think that's true, because I've been through enough of that stuff with my mom when I was younger to know what that stuff does to people, and I seriously, no matter how much pain emotionally I'm in, or how just fucking done I am with people and the fucking world in general, I don't think I would ever do that. But I won't lie, we all have those selfish thoughts where it's like, well, I could, because it's a hell of a lot fucking easier than sticking around here sometimes, man. Especially with the way I see shit going, and I know it's pessimistic, and I know I shouldn't think this way, but I do have those thoughts where I'm just like, man, if I'm gonna die anyway, and all of us are, Hate to break it to you. Sorry if you watch this video. You probably didn't click on this video expecting like a fucking awesome talk though, right? But it's hard. It's hard. You know, I've been struggling with even having money to pay rent and food and shit like that, and you know, I'm on a job seeker thing with the government, but I honestly wish I wasn't, because I don't want a job. And people are going to say, oh, you're lazy and all that shit. Motherfucker, I've had 2 small businesses I've started with my brother. I've had multiple years where, or multiple times where I've worked 15, 18-hour shifts. I can work if I want to, but what's the fucking point? It never got me ahead. It never got me ahead. All the hard work I did for people, for other people, for me, it never got me ahead. And that wasn't their fault. It was my fault, because I was in the wrong lane. I was doing something I never wanted to fucking do. And I never had the balls. Previously, I mean, I'm 31 now, but all that time beforehand, I never had the balls to just fucking leave and do my own thing. And it was probably a lot easier back then when I was younger, but you don't think of that. Like, you look at everyone else your age and you just go, well, everyone else is working jobs and doing this shit, so I guess I'm supposed to do that too. And realistically, I guess you are, if you want to fucking survive, because if you don't, you try to do something for yourself. Like, I've been an artist. I've been drawing since I was young enough to pick up a pencil, and constantly, the whole time throughout my life, anytime I would bring it up with my, you know, thankfully I had grandparents on my mother's side who were very, just, I love them so much. I miss my Oma and Opa, but they were just so supportive and always encouraged me with my art. But my grandmother on my dad's side always would say to me, oh, well, drawing pictures is nice, but you gotta have a real job. You gotta have this, you gotta have that. I mean, I don't agree with that, because literally a month ago I made $2,000 Australian doing silly pictures. So I don't agree with what she said. God rest her soul. She's not with us anymore. But I never agreed with what she said that. And it's good to know that she was wrong, because I did make money. And to be honest, making that money is what, like, it took me maybe 30 hours, yeah, about 30 hours to do the drawing I did, maybe 40. But I only charged for 20, and even still I made more money in that amount of time than I would make in 2 full weeks of working my other job. And that's why I quit. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, that was stupid, you can't do it based on one thing. And to those people I say, you're afraid. You're afraid. Just admit that you don't have the chutzpah to deal with all the fucking darkness that may potentially come from you deciding to do your own thing. And make no fucking mistake, darkness will come. Darkness will come. You have to be okay with going through it. I could be in this dark phase for another year or 2 years, but I just know that, 1, I'm not going to end my life, and 2, I'm not going to go back and get a full-time job. If anything, I might work 15 hours or something doing, I don't know, delivery driving or some labor job, but that's it. I'm not going back to the fucking workforce, as it were. It's just not happening. I'll go fucking broke before I do that shit. Like, and if any of you are watching this, you're 50, 55 and you're working in trades, and you're looking at me going, well, I've done it for so much of my time. Why does this guy feel that he can? If that's what you genuinely think, get off my page. I don't want you watching my shit, because you have just made excuses your whole life. No one forced you to keep working until you're 55. Oh, but I had kids, but I had marriage. No one forced you to fucking stick your dick in someone and make kids. No one forced you to go marry someone. So, respectfully, shut the fuck up. I hate seeing those comments, man. All older people, oh, well, I work this, or you young fellas. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're a human just like me. You made the decision, dumb cunt. sorry, I get angry about that because, like, my whole fucking life, I've never felt good enough. I've never felt good enough. And even when I think I'm doing things that are good enough, people don't give a shit. But I still gave a shit. And then I found that in giving a shit, that's what I based my whole identity on, was doing things for other people, giving a shit for other people's stuff, never caring about my own thing. And now in the last 6 months, when I finally decided to do my own thing, it's difficult, of course it is, because I've lived my whole 31 years before this living for other fucking people. And when I finally decided to not do that, it's very uncomfortable because I don't know what my identity is anymore. But I'm also cognizant of the fact that that is a necessary prerequisite in living a life that is more aligned with what I want. Because I won't say in living a happier life and things like this, because there's always going to be problems that arise no matter what. But I at least want to be living the way I'm living on my own terms when that stuff does arise, because it's just what I want. It's just what I've always wanted. I've just never been courageous enough to say it, I guess. Anyway, I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'll upload this video. If I do upload it, then you'll hear this part too, but I know it's a break from my normal videos that I've put on before, but you guys need to see this too, because you need to realize that if you're on a similar path or you want to take a path like me, it is not all fucking rainbows and sunshine at all. But I will maintain this. So if you've watched to the end of the video, there is a little positive thing for you. It's that if I could go back, knowing where I'm going to be at now, back to old Mike, and say, oh, you could do things a little differently or whatever, I still don't think I would. I wouldn't. Because I would have missed out on the experiences I have had now, whether they're good or bad. They're shaping me into the man I actually want to be. Whereas before I was just on a path that was comfortable, but I didn't want to be it. So still stick to the path. It's definitely worth it, I feel like. But yeah, there are nights where you have nights like this where you can't afford the one thing that was kind of keeping you sane, and then you're also just barely able to afford milk and eggs and stuff. You know, I'm still doing DoorDash, I'm still making the money, but I've been in a rut, and like, this stuff's going to happen. You have to adapt and overcome, and you will adapt and overcome. I truly believe that if you set your mind on it, it will happen. It's just a matter of when. And really the when is mainly up to you. There's probably 10% of it that is in the universe's hands, but for the most part, it is up to you. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video. Yeah. Sorry if the start of it seemed like I was in a really, like, fucking crazy place. It's just how I was feeling, and I just want to be authentic and share that kind of stuff on here. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.